So guys, I think it's safe to say that at this point, Destiny Rising is a very good game, and it's even grabbed the attention of some Destiny 2 players that are not really liking the state that that game is currently in. Obviously, Destiny 2 is in a very bad spot right now, so Destiny Rising couldn't have launched at a better time, but even with Destiny 2's current state, Destiny Rising just has so many features that Destiny 2 should have at this point in time. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be going over the main features that are in Destiny Rising that I would really like to see added into Destiny 2 in the near future. And the first one here is going to be shifting gates. Now, if you don't know what this game mode is, it's basically Gambit, but just much better. Rather than it being 2 teams of 4 players, it's like 5 or 6 teams of 3, something like that, and you're on like this giant map and you can just randomly run into enemy players. The idea is you grab motes from defeating enemies and mini bosses, bank them into the nearest bank, and the team with the highest score wins. It's basically just a much more smoother version of Gambit where you're not having to wait for an invader to come in and just ruin your day. An invader can just run in at any time and ruin your day, and it's just a lot more fun. Alongside that, the larger map just allows you to freely explore more and just run into enemies and do side objectives. Alongside that, it also has a load of unique rewards that you can get, and there's even a ranking system for it. So like if you want to go for the highest ranks, you can, and there's like a rank like tier list and stuff. It's just a whole load of fun, and I really feel like Destiny 2 should be investing more into making Gambit better, because currently it's literally just unplayable right now. But with Renegades, I believe they're adding like something to at least the seasonal game mode, where they're adding in like an invasion style mode to that, which is opt-in. So that's a step at least in the right direction, but I feel like Gambit does need to evolve at the very least, and Shifting Gates is a great template that Bungie can use. Now, alongside this, we also have some other casual game modes here, like Fishing, Spiral Racing, and my personal favourite, Shadow Shaper Duels. Now, Fishing and Spiral Racing have been in Destiny before, with Spiral Racing being inside Destiny 1, and with Fishing being tied to the Season of the Deep release, but then went away when that season ended. Now, having these modes back would be very cool, but my personal favourite mode is of course Shadow Shaper Duels, and adding this into Destiny 2 I feel like would be a very good addition. For those who don't know what this game mode is, it's literally the most simple card game you could ever understand. You basically have your own deck of cards versus another player's, and the goal is to get to a higher score than the other player by playing these cards that have different score values. You have a limited amount of energy to spend on these cards, and the person with the highest score wins. Now, it's a very simple game that is very quick to play, it's around 5 minutes-ish at that, and alongside this you can get cards in many different ways. Now, I thought that you'd be able to just buy cards straight up, but you can't, which is great. Drifter is the main vendor for this game mode, and he sells cards for a currency that you can only earn by playing the card game, and alongside this you can randomly get cards from doing strikes, other activities, and even doing the raid, which actually drops an exotic rarity card for Gwen. So doing a whole lot of different stuff in the game rewards you with these cards, which then allow you to build up a strong deck of cards to then play against other players, but also NPC vendors around the different areas of the game itself. So this game mode literally is just a free thing to go and do, and you'll always be earning progress towards it. And there's even like a ranking system as well, with different levels rewarding you with different cards from the Drifter. So it's just a whole load of fun, and really would be a great addition into Destiny 2, especially with Drifter not really doing anything at this point in the main story, with obviously Gambit being on hiatus. Now, alongside all of those game modes, one of the major things that Destiny Rising has is a living and breathing world. Inside of many of the social spaces, or even the destinations, you will see a lot of different players just running around doing different activities. And this is something that Destiny 2 somehow lacks in 2025, even though we had features like this years ago. I don't know why, but for some reason, Bungie has removed the ability to run into other players on the main destinations, which I really don't understand. I don't know why this feature was removed, because running into different people out in the open world was really cool, and I would love to see that feature back. But alongside that, NPCs within the main story quest actually help you and interact with you during the main story, and don't just stand there like lemons. You'll see that there are some story missions where you're literally riding on the back of a sparrow being driven by a different character like Radagast or Fenala, and you're having to shoot off enemies as you ride away. Or there was times where Saladin would literally join you in combat or would fight bosses alongside you. There was a time where he even smashed through an open window to destroy a Thresher that was about to shoot at you, or he was straight up 1v1ing one of the main bads near the end of the campaign. it was just really cool to see. And I know that we're getting like something like that, we're like slowly having this stuff being added into Destiny 2. But if we could have had Ikora literally fighting alongside us inside of the Edge of Fate campaign, rather than just TPing in occasionally and then leaving and then talking to us over the radio, that would be really cool. Seeing them actually fighting alongside us, using abilities and interacting with the world that we're interacting with way more would be just an amazing feature. Alongside that, please return the ability to run into other players in the open destination worlds, because it just makes the game feel more alive and is a really weird decision to have removed that feature. Now, alongside that, one of the coolest features in this game has to be the Eclipse event, and mainly the leaderboard tied to it. So if you don't know, the Eclipse game mode is like the contest mode version of the current raid activity in the game, and for those who get the fastest time, they actually get unique rewards like an animated emblem, which for some reason Destiny 2 also doesn't have. Don't know how we don't have animated emblems yet, but that would be a cool feature. But alongside that, you also get exclusive cosmetics for being, I believe, in the top 100. And you can just see teams' times here. And I feel like Destiny 2 should have something like this. I feel like this would add a lot more excitement to the contest mode. So rather than it being like a 24-hour time period, you could have the contest mode last for like an entire week, and then have people like try and get the highest like speedrun scores, and then award those people. Obviously reward the people that still get worlds first, but then obviously reward those who are able to blitz through that content as fast as possible. Now that said, obviously with Destiny Rising's raids being a lot shorter in time, being able to speedrun them is a lot easier of an achievement, but I feel like still having this inside Destiny 2 would be an amazing addition, and rewarding those people as well would also be very, very good. Also, one of the other biggest features in this game has to be player housing. Now, they could do clan housing or they could do individual housing, but just something that allows me to customize a space that I can then show off to my friends, my achievements in the game, would be really, really nice. Give me like an apartment in the tower, or at least let me customize the inside of my ship like we can do in Warframe. Just let me customize something and have it be like a little housing space for me to just chill in whilst I wait for my friends to get on for a raid or something, rather than having me just jumping around the tower that is completely empty and has nothing to do in it anyway. Having a system like that in the game would be amazing, and just something that a lot of people seem to want. Like, just imagine you're like in a space like this, you complete the new raid, and you can just plop the raid boss's head like on a wall or something, and by doing this you get like an exclusive emblem, or there's like an exclusive cosmetic item you get for like solo flawlessing a raid, like you get like a little statue or something that you can place, like a bobblehead or something. Stuff like that would just be very, very cool, and you can literally do that here in Destiny Rising. You can come over here to a vendor and just freely place like trees or different customization items within your little house here. And now you do need a certain amount of materials and stuff, but that's a different system that I don't really want Destiny 2 to have. Just let me find different cosmetics within the world, and let me just place them down here in my house anywhere I want. Now, finally, just some last minute, like quick things that Destiny Rising has that I don't really have much to talk about, would still be nice features to have. First up, no glimmer cap. I don't know why we still have a glimmer cap in Destiny 2, but Destiny Rising doesn't seem to have one, so having no glimmer cap and just removing that would be amazing. Alongside that, I haven't run into any inventory problems, so I don't know what Bungie plans to do for vault space or anything, but infinite vault space, or just a system that improves vault space or just inventory management, is great. I haven't really had to manage my inventory at all in Destiny Rising, so that is a very big plus. Alongside that, just some other stuff. Free cosmetics would be great. When Destiny Rising goes offline for maintenance, they actually compensate players with like some currencies that you can use for draws. Now, Destiny Rising goes off like every week on a Thursday, and they reward you with like 200 free Lumia leaves. So I feel like maintenance compensation for when Destiny 2 goes offline would be at least a nice feature. Maybe some free Bright Dust, or at the very least some free silver. That would be pretty decent. There are also some like cosmetic stuff that you get for just doing challenges in the game, and I feel like Destiny 2 seems to be lacking in that department, aside from like if you solo flawless a raid, or flawless a raid, or just flawless like a dungeon or something. But I feel like just adding in other cosmetics that you can like earn through doing stuff in the game, rather than it all just being tied to the Eververse store, would be a nice change of pace, and would be a great way to increase community sentiment around the game, especially with all of the negativity around Eververse armor and all of that stuff going on right now. But yeah, that is everything that I have for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know what features you guys would like Destiny 2 to add that have taken inspiration from some of the features that Rising has, or just features you would like to see in Destiny 2 generally. With that said though, that's all I have for you guys today, so hopefully you have enjoyed. If you did, if you could leave a like and subscribe to the channel, I would very much appreciate it. And with that all said, I'll see you all in the next one.